All right, hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Mike Colleen at MikeColleen.com, MikeKollin.com, and I'm gonna try to make this a shorter video. It's something that came up today when I was went for a run, like a long walk, about 2 miles, and I ran probably about a mile. So what it was, I was making some videos on my GoPro. I was in a much better mood. I got a lot of sun today, so I think it's getting late, so I'm getting tired. I wish I would have made it right when I got home because I was laughing, so it was a little more positive video because I just made a series of videos with this shirt on, so that's going to be the next series coming up. The ones I made today in the GoPro are going to come up after that, so I'll be in a week or so. So those were realization videos and some things that I began to see, like, oh, that's what it was. And so I'm sharing those with you so you can see it too, okay? So here's what I realized. Okay, I'm trying to zip through this because I think it's an important clue. It's a huge red flag. Now, as I say in most of my videos, it doesn't matter if they're narcissists. Okay, so remember, there's narcissists, then there's people that are narcissistic, which means they have narcissistic traits. Will they do some fucked up things, but that doesn't mean they're narcissists. And then there's people that are just assholes, or they're just mean people, okay? Or they're in a bad mood that day. So the goal is not to diagnose anyone. That's not my goal. My goal is basically to say, I've got some boundaries. Here's some red flags. I'm out. Done. Okay? You know, when you finally pop open, you will have your boundaries, your rules, your beliefs, boom, they'll all pop up. You're like, no, this is my life, this is the way I live it. Like, I am so concrete on things that I've kind of been wishy-washy, and I realize it's because, well, I don't want to make any waves, I don't want to upset people. Well, here, I'm going to tell you something. If you don't like smoking, or maybe drugs, or, I'm trying to think of other things other than those, but those are kind of like obvious ones, and you're kind of wishy-washy, well, those people over there, they're going to do everything they can to suck you over to do drugs like they do. In fact, that was one of the issues I had. Was, here, try that. And I'm like, no, that's cool. Well, this whole thing made my boundaries so fucking clear. It's like, nope, not doing that. Done. Nope. Hey, nice to meet you. Have a good life. Here's why. They're going to try to suck you into their world if you don't have boundaries. And that is the whole goal of a narcissist. All right? So when you finally pop, you're going to pop out of absolute excruciating pain and a lifetime of suffering. And you're going to be like, I've had it. No more. I don't care. In other words, you don't care if they get mad at you. You don't care if they're like, what, you don't want to smoke some pot? And maybe you do. I'm not for or against drugs. That's not the point. I mean, I wish I could find another social example of something. But you get my point. It's like, no, I don't do that. Okay? So you become very clear on your values and rules and beliefs, and then you can find people that you interact with very well. Well, over these, you're trying to be polite, and that's one thing that empaths do all the fucking time. They break their own rules, their own beliefs, their own values, and their own boundaries. Because, well, I don't want them to think I don't like them. It's not a matter of, I have friends that do drugs, but they don't do drugs. They do marijuana and a couple things like that. But they never try to push it on me. And when they do, I'm like, you know what, dude? I've made it so fucking clear there's a boundary right there. And if they keep crossing, I'm like, you know what? Hey, I got to go. See you later. And I do, and I have done that. So I guess my point is, when I finally went through this thing, these boundaries came up, okay? When I went through this shift, and they're calling it going super empath, okay? I call it waking up. I call it popping. That's because that's what it was like. So pop, all of a sudden, bing, bing, bing. I suddenly knew what my values were, my beliefs, my boundaries. Like, boundaries was something I suffered with my whole life. And I'll tell you, as an empath, I bet you've had the same problem. Boundaries are the cornerstone of keeping narcissists out of your life. Without boundaries, they're going to keep, because okay. Here's the funny thing. What is a narcissist? They're a boundary crasher. The left brain is the push energy. It just keeps going and going, whereas the right brain is more aware, like, oh, there's a boundary there. Oh, okay. And you give space. The right brain is more about allowing and noticing, where the left brain is oblivious and blind and just plows through shit, right? It's a very male thing. So they're boundary crash. They're always crashing over boundaries. Like with those people, you got to go, no, don't do it. You've got to reinforce it. You got to yell it. You got to scream it. And then they're still going to try to smash through it in a week or two or a couple days. Whereas empaths are the opposite of that. They don't have boundaries. They don't enforce their boundaries, okay? So I want to kind of put that out there. Now watch this. So when I was on this run, I was also doing GoPro recording of narcissist stuff. And it was a very positive, happy, laughing one. Whereas the series with this one, I think I'm a little more intense. Not this video, but the ones that are going to come after. I realized something today. They don't like laughter. They don't like it when you're happy. So happiness, laughter, and smiling, those are not allowed. Not on the menu. and I want to say this because on a lot of the videos, I'd say probably more than 50%, they're like, okay, if the mask slips and you realize they're a narcissist, back away slowly, like you're backing away from a lion, tiger, or a bear. Well, I didn't do that. I did the opposite. I threw it in their face because I was pissed. And also because I didn't realize, I thought they were just a fucked up person. I thought they were just an asshole at the time. Because they were just unbelievably rude and just fucking everything you can imagine. Word games, mind games. Oh, I don't remember saying that to you. Like, dude, you just said it like 3 minutes ago. What do you mean you don't remember? Like, no, I didn't say that. And like, so anyway, so then some of it was they emailed it to me. So I showed them, really? Right there. It's like, oh, I don't remember sending you that email. Like, oh, okay, here we go. Right? So at this point, I was just sick of the bullshit. And so I thought, fuck it, I'm just going to throw it back. And I threw it right back in his face. So I know we're not supposed to do that. So one of the things I said, oh, no happiness around you. I mean, we were at the fucking beach, and this dude was pissed. I'm like, dude, there's girls everywhere. Like, what's the problem? Like, what are you so mad about? So these are just now, okay, here's the thing. Now, I love the beach. I fucking love the beach. That's one of my happy zones. And that person knew that, and they went out of their way to be just, like after 5 minutes, like, ready to go yet? And I was like, dude, we've been here, what, 5 minutes, maybe 6? And so they were just not happy that I was happy because I ran in the water, I'm swimming, like, hey, come in the water, it's fucking awesome. And they were not happy. Well, that's a narcissist. Narcissists don't like it when you're happy. The main reason why is because they can't control you when you're happy. They want to make sure you're in a state of fear and absolute panic. Now, here's why. Again, let's go back to the artery real quick. There's an artery in the lower reptilian brain, and it has an oxygen sensor on it. So when you laugh, you're breathing in and out real deep. And so you're not only that, but the way you laugh, it pushes oxygen through the lungs into your bloodstream. And that's what a lot of breathing techniques do, right? Is you kind of hold the breath, you do a slow out breath, a big in breath, and well, it's pushing oxygen through the lungs in membranes into the bloodstream. And so when that sensor in the reptilian brain notices, like, oh, it opens wide open, lets the blood flow up into your larger human brain, and that's fuel for your brain. So now you're on a higher consciousness level. If you're on that level, you're more open, you're more wide open, and you can see the bullshit. That is a narcissist nightmare. They can't have you be happy, and especially laughing, because then you're going to oxygenate your brain. And they're like, fuck, I'm losing them. Like I had them close down, and it's like, you ever feel like you got that weight or like pressure sometimes can be real intense? Well, that's from them crushing that artery down. There's no thinking allowed. They don't want you to think. Not only that, the right brain, which is the open, bigger picture, wide open brain where you can see the bullshit, right? That brain uses a lot more fuel. So if you're breathing and doing all this stuff, you're going to put fuel, and you're going to turn this brain on to where you can see them go, oh, motherfucker, you're pulling all this shit on me, right? They can't allow that. So they got to have you all the way into the left brain, because then your pupils get small. Well, the artery gets narrow, and it shuts down production of thinking up here, and now it puts you in your reptilian brain. They know what they're doing. They're fucking smart. When you're in that reptilian brain, you're in fight or flight, and you can't think for yourself, so you're looking for a leader. Like, what do I do? What do we do? Where are we going? Right? And that's how they slowly groom you and condition you to do as you're told. They don't allow happiness. And this is one of the things they do in the grooming phase, is they're constantly punishing you when you smile. They punish you when you're happy. They punish you when you crack a joke. They punish you when you laugh. And so you get to a point where you're conditioned just to be like, and your head will kind of go down, and your eyes get narrow, and your shoulders shrug in a little bit, and you walk around feeling insecure. So it's like, okay, well, what are we allowed? Now, here's the thing. The left brain is the rules brain. It's about rules, structure, and organization. It's the logical processor. It's about business, math, science, analyzing things, computers, all that stuff. The right brain is the 5 senses: see, hear, feel, smell, and taste. It's the bigger picture brain. The left brain, the further you go over, the more it's like you're looking under a microscope. So you go to the left brain, you're here, a little farther. Like most men walk around like this, like they're looking down a tube, right? But the further you go, it's like now you're looking down a very narrow thing, like you're looking under a microscope. And from here, you can't see the master string puller pulling the strings on you. And that's where they want you. They want you just look very finite, and your head even starts to go down. All right? So laughter is not allowed. Another thing that's not allowed is sarcasm. Because sarcasm is a form of laughter. It'll help you open up. Helps you to breathe and loosen up. Here's another reason why they get so mad at people that use sarcasm. And it's probably the bigger reason. They don't understand it. Sarcasm is a right brain function. Remember, narcissists have shut off the right brain. I'm superior to that. I'm in my logical left brain. I don't have emotions. And they try to shove all that down, right? And so narcissists tend to be very far in the left brain. Well, when you're that far over, because the right brain processes your body language. It processes tone, tempo, rhythm, the way you say it, right? So one thing I did when I had this really, I'm born near the monkey, so I'm fucking funny. When I'm funny, I'm funny. I'm goofy. And I just, and I'll make animated noises, and I'll do this facial expression. Like, it's obvious I'm being sarcastic. Well, when I did this person goes, "Why did you say that?" Well, I mean, because he goes, "Well, I don't understand. Like, what did that mean?" And I was like, "What?" Like, and I literally came back and was like, "Oh my God." Whoa, this dude's a little slow. It's that they don't have access to the right brain, and the right brain is about social behavior. The right brain is about tone, tempo, rhythm. This is when you go to a comedy show, if you don't have a right brain, you're not going to understand the jokes. And you're going to look around like, why are people laughing? Which is what a narcissist does. So laughter is not on the menu. Happiness is not on the menu. And smiling is not on the menu. They will punish you for that. So I think I'm going to leave this video right there. I wanted to kind of point it out because even my ex, my mom too, fuck God, all of them. I can think of so many people. Anytime I was happy, and they might even been smiling, but when you do something, they'll get mad at you, or they're like, well, what do you say that for? And they'll just ruin your happiness. Okay? So if you're around somebody and it seems like you're not happy, and you know what? I want to say this right now. Because a lot of times they slowly put you into this almost, it's a trance is what it is. I'm telling you right now. They slowly put you into this unhappiness trance, and they punish you. They'll do it publicly. They'll do it privately. Every time you laugh, they'll give you a look. And and it becomes these very little things because they're conditioning you. They're training you like a dog, right? It's something. These are unconscious. It becomes to the point like, okay, for example, like my mother, she could get to, because she would like whoop our ass and she would like throw stuff at us, and a lot of comedians talk about this stuff. Man, she'd whip that shoe up and hit you with it, right? My mom would just give you a look and like, oh fuck. Like, well, narcissists do the same thing. My mom was a narcissist too, for sure. So what I'm trying to say overall is, if you find that you haven't been happy in a while, the person that you're closest to, maybe it's a friend, a coworker, someone at work, relationship, boyfriend, girlfriend, supposed best friend, they've probably been doing this to you and you don't even know it. So if you're unhappy, really tune into the people around you that whenever you laugh or smile or joke around when they get pissed off, get the fuck away from them. Again, this is not about diagnosing someone whether they're a narcissist or not, because it doesn't matter if they're narcissists. There's narcissists, there's people with narcissistic traits, and then there's just mean assholes. People that are just bitter people that aren't narcissists. I don't care which one it is. If people are keeping you from your happiness, that is a huge red flag to get away from those people, okay? Because, you ever heard the phrase misery loves company? Where do you think that comes from? That comes from the narcissist community. That's their phrase. They're miserable people. They'll never be happy. It's not going to happen. The only time they'll get a moment of happiness is when they take away your happiness. That's the way a narcissist is. And then a moment later, they're back to their misery. So now they got to hurt you again. All right. God, I could give you so many different stories. I'm going to leave it at that. Because I don't think it's going to matter telling you any more stories. I think you got it. Just remember, misery loves company, and that literally means those kind of people, they will not let you be happy at all. Hey, this is Mike Colleen at Mike Colleen. God bless you guys. Good luck. Find your happiness. Get away from anybody, even if they're not a bad person. If they don't allow you to be happy, get away from them. Hey, click that subscribe button and go to Mike Colleen at MikeColleen.com. God bless you and happy